Yeah. It's a Monday, yeah?
Yeah, it's a beautiful Monday, and it's time for us to have that conversation we usually have at this part of the table, right?
What's up and about?
What's up and about? And okay, so I saw something online, and also this actually stems, from the fact that yesterday was also church and all of that. And this is actually a topic that I've had a number of conversations about it sometimes, right? So a lot of people, there's this debate in church, right? What should we wear to church? Some people are of the opinion that, if you cannot wear an outfit to church, you shouldn't wear it at all. Some people have the opinion that, okay, you know what, church now, there's grace, so come as you are, and all of that, don't be judgmental, right? And also, it's also a struggle for me personally, considering the fact that I grew up as a deeper lifer, right? So growing up, there were certain things you could not wear to church or wear in my mother's house. Do you understand? It was like a thing of bro, do you understand? But now, there was actually a lady on social media literally talking about the fact that, she was literally calling people out and saying that, ladies, what are you doing? Why can you come to church wearing shorts and all of that? Talking about, she was like, that these days people come to church wearing shorts. So she's called she said shorts, leggings, jeggings, transparent see-through blouses, crop tops, and all those kind of things.
So there are actually a lot of
churches
now. So the congregation is getting younger and younger.
You want to know?
The congregation is getting younger and younger. Wow.
True.
Yeah. I just need to know.
So the lady, I don't know, Mike. I don't know. Anyone you see, enter all of them. So she was actually complaining and saying, see, that there's no way anybody is going to win this argument, talking about how, if you're a working class lady, when you get a job at a bank, can you wear anything there? Do you understand? You shop for work, you shop for wedding, you buy a shrubby, you sew it in a particular style, you shop even when you want to go to club, there's a way you look. So you should also have the idea that, okay, when you're going to church, you should look a certain way. And then people are dragging her and saying, okay, see you that you're talking, you have tattoo, you've got your wearing this deep cut. What? So do you understand?
Okay,
what
so
are you
she was
saying?
A deep
She was wearing a deep V-neck while making the video.
Yeah.
Do you get? So people are like, which way are you? Are you trying to say we should be decent, or are we trying to be decent only to church, or should we be decent general? So it's just. So I just wanted to know, what do you guys think?
I'm just thinking congregations are getting younger and younger, and then the whole idea of evangelism is to reach people who need to be reached. It's never been about pulling only the righteous people into church, for instance. It's about reaching those people, and if they come as they are, Christ accepts them as they are, whether they are half naked or not. They are accepted in church. But the thing is, I feel it's the church's obligation to give that dress code. At the door, when we were growing up, the deaconesses and the they will be they are assessing you.
They used to measure height of heel.
Yes, now.
Height of heel.
They will even have shawls and scarves standing by.
If your shoe is too high, my sister, you're not entering church that day.
The scarf and shawl, you will borrow it and sign for it.
The usher. The
ushers.
Yeah, so why don't we just take out stilettos entirely?
Well,
because at least I know this one that it was Assemblies of God then. They'll stop you at the gate. You don't even pass the gate.
That's what I'm saying. You
never get past
growing
the
up
gate.
as well,
then, So then, from the gate, it depends on how you dress. And then it wouldn't matter if you were first timer or not, which, if you look at what it is, it does have its own issues. Because, you're thinking about someone said something, or some leaders have said something about the church being like a hospital. A lot of sick people come in there to get well, as it were. And if that is the case, then you wouldn't expect everybody there to be perfect. But if you even look at it in the real sense of the word, you basically know that nobody is even perfect, not even the one who stands in front of you. The sermon as it were. So, but you see, if you have a code, there are churches who strictly decide to be on white. You understand? And that is for their own reasons why, Some of them decide not to wear anything on their foot. They bring up parts of the scripture that say that whenever you went to holy ground, you took off your feet.
Take off your shoes.
Your shoes, pardon me, take off your shoes and let your feet make contact with the ground, as it were, and which does have its own merits, its own arguments and all of that. So this is what I would say. It's a religious organization. Religion is based on morals. Religion is based on ethics. Religion is based on those kind of things. And so depends on whatever you believe in. You understand? If the church says it's like this, and you want to go to the church, then you're going to have to keep to
Yeah,
it.
keep to the rules.
As it were.
True.
You understand? If they have those, if the rules are not, go and start your own church.
Well,
And then you have your own. Yeah.
So if you're okay, so maybe you can make that first step to also be an example, and that's why she was being called out.
Well, you see something here. Something
In
I
the
just want to
comments,
mention.
yeah.
You've seen a church, for instance, say Redeemed. In Nigeria, they have a particular dress code.
Yeah.
And then
In other places,
in Canada
True.
or the US,
True.
that dress code does
does
not
not
apply.
apply.
So you find out that
Even in some parts of
particular
Nigeria.
places-
Yeah.
Some parts of Nigeria.
So you see now that
Visual
some ladies are told not to wear ornaments, earrings,
yes.
accessories,
Yes.
and which we see most churches here, most and then you go outside the country, you understand,
And they
and they are allowed to
Yeah.
wear some kind of things, and
Yeah.
they come into the places,
Yeah.
and so you start thinking about it. Shouldn't the church, or as it were, the rules be universal?
Universal, of course.
Shouldn't there be a universal standard? I'm just saying, I'm not trying to criticize them for that. I'm just saying that a lot of things are quite subjective, as it were,
Yeah.
based on where you're coming from,
Exactly.
the cultures, the traditions that are there. I mean, if you went to some of those communities in some hinterlands in Africa
Yeah.
where they still don't wear clothes,
Yeah.
if you went to their church,
Will you remove your
you'll all be naked.
Will you?
Well,
And they will still be praising God. Don't you? I mean, or
Yeah,
if
you
the
have
world
a point.
leaves, they'll still be praising God. Would God not accept their offerings of praise as it were?
which is a point. So I think one of the reasons why some churches developed stricter rules was because of this issue of temptation.
Okay,
Now,
that one did.
Yes, but it goes both ways, not just on the women's side.
Yeah.
The men's side as well.
Does it feel like
you
men
have
can't
some
think?
men come with button-down shirts. Yes, you have them with all the chest hair and all the everything
Why do you
showing.
do like this?
And then, yes, indeed. And then there was a time being fully bearded was an issue. Now it's no longer an issue, even in banking. Now they're allowing people have beards in banking, even in broadcasting. There was a time the average
Even
newsreader,
preachers now.
the average newsreader
Yeah.
couldn't
Oh, yeah.
do that.
Oh, yeah.
So
Oh, yeah.
now, what
But
exactly
then
are we?
You see, times change. If you go and look into the scriptures in some part, it was a sin to shave.
Wow.
Yeah, of course.
In the Old Testament, yes. It was, in fact,
It's not saying it wasn't.
as
It
a
wasn't
man,
necessarily a
you were not,
sin.
you were not
Yeah,
meant to
but
have-
I mean, so you think of
You were not meant to shave.
Think of Samson, right?
Yes.
He was that
Yeah.
was
If
his
you
sign
go-
of being dedicated to God. The day he shaved his hair, all his power left him. No, seriously, but then seriously,
So things
we just
change.
Yeah.
You
Things
know,
like,
things
even like
change.
our Hollywood actor turned pastor. I remember watching one of his messages recently, and him talking
Jimmy?
about how Jimmy.
Oh, yeah.
I him talking about how.
Okay, I thought you were talking
people-
about you.
Pastor Jimmy Odukoya
No, Pastor
is
Jimmy.
one
I said
of the
Is you not a pastor?
I said Hollywood.
Wow.
I didn't say Nollywood.
Wow.
Yul is a pastor.
He's a
Wow.
Huh?
Okay.
Please, let's
What's
leave that conversation.
There are different kinds of pastors.
Let's leave that conversation.
There's
on
Jimmy,
Andy.
there's Yul, there's Indaboski. All are pastors.
So if you
Anyways,
it's about
By the way,
He was talking
Papa came back
He
yesterday.
came. He's in a papa. He's your papa.
Eh?
He's a papa.
His powers, dollar went down.
Ew, ew,
Dollar went
ew,
up when he left the country. Now he's back. Dollar is going to come now. Papa is back.
so
I'm tired.
I actually think it's a personal
I'm
choice.
totally
It's a
tired.
personal choice. And for the churches that open their doors and say, come as you are,
Yeah.
you know, if you choose to find your salvation in that space, then all well and good. If you choose, you know, somewhere else more conservative, it's all well and good. It's all about the road to Christ.
Yeah,
So,
of course.
all right. We'd love to hear your,
Your
thoughts and comments on this. Use our hashtag WakeUpNigeria on TVC as you post. We'll be back in a bit.
The liquid metal is back.